Every year, the declinists, you know who you are, the pundits and critics suffering from California derangement syndrome, look at this state to tear down, try to tack all our progress. But we know the truth. California's success is not by chance, it's by design. We've created the conditions where dreamers and doers and misfits and marvels with grit and ingenuity come to build the impossible. We became a destination for the world's first-round draft choices, the best and the brightest who come here from all over the world for riches and new beginnings. And I'm not just talking about the tech CEOs and the founders in Silicon Valley or the producers and writers in Hollywood. I'm talking about the mechanics in Modesto, the farm workers in Salinas, and the police officers in El Centro. That's what we do, first-round draft choices. No state, simply no state in America that contributes more, none, to the American greatness. No state builds more ladders to success or sees around more corners. The biggest manufacturing economy constructed here. The most productive agricultural economy grown here. 18%. 18% of the world's R&D invested right here in California. 1/2 of America's unicorn companies, those companies valued over $1 billion, a half, are in the great state of California. And get this, the happiest cities, right here in California, you know who you are. Fremont, San Jose, Irvine, San Francisco, and San Diego, consistently the most happiest places on earth. In your state, I think that matters. And it's interesting, isn't it? Those cities, they have so much in common, don't they? And that's proximity. The one thing they all have in common is proximity to the greatest research institutions in the world, the greatest system of public higher education anywhere in the world, this conveyor belt for talent. A proof point, you all know this, but I want to remind everybody, a proof point, just last year, the UCs, they added an additional 5 Nobel laureates to its roster, 1 out of every 3 laureates here in California. Come on. It's almost too much. I was reading this, I don't see this on some of the cable networks, 13,700 active patents in the UC system alone. That's more than any other system on the globe. We simply have no peers. And this, again, I said it earlier, it's not by chance, it's by design. You've created, you've nurtured these steps, big and small. They've emanated from these chambers. You have kept the state stable. You've kept it reliable because you've invested in the California dream. Just last year, building that framework, we worked together to unveil the first concrete economic development blueprint in California's history. It wasn't top down, it's bottom up. It's region by region. Some 10,000 people, remarkable number, participated in the development of this plan. We call it Jobs First. 13 economic and workforce development plans aligned to the universities, aligned to our trade schools. It's a plan that reconciles the macroeconomic story of the world's 4th largest economy, $4+ trillion a year, with the microeconomic reality of 40 million people living here. It's an economic plan that's nourishing. It's an economic plan that's family supporting. For the Central San Joaquin, that means jobs in manufacturing and clean energy, and of course, agriculture. For the Redwood region, it's jobs in tourism and health and forestry and fisheries. For San Diego and Imperial counties, new jobs in high-tech, biotech, advanced manufacturing and hospitality. For the Central Coast, new jobs in aerospace, defense, semiconductors, quantum, and ag tech. We're doing all of this in conjunction, by the way, with our wildly successful Cal Competes tax credit program that's helping businesses hire more Californians, expanding innovation all across our state. Proof points, aerospace engineering in Torrance, beneficial, hydrogen fuel cell manufacturing in Lancaster, fusion R&D in San Leandro. And in Kern County, the first, this is interesting, in Kern County, Mojave, it's the first steel mill built in California in half a century. That's interesting. By the way, and I'm going to get to the budget in a second, but this is a little bit of a preview. By the way, I'll be requesting all of you, with your indulgence, in tomorrow's budget, that we reauthorize. I'll be asking that you reauthorize our tax credit program for an additional 5 years. It is working. You know what else is working? You know what else is working? Speaking of tax credits, ever since that first moving image was taken of a horse, some of you may recall this, a horse named Sally in Palo Alto, to the early silent film studios in Fremont in Los Angeles, Hollywood has been one of California's, well, been perhaps the most California of industries. And that's why we're proud we worked together last year to double down on our film and tax credit program to not only keep our iconic industry here, but all the unionized camera operators, stunt performers, wardrobe, and set designers. It's a point of pride, and that program is working and producing real results because of your leadership. But as we support our proud past, we also need to make investments in our economic future. We're defining the next decade and beyond through robotics and fusion and space and quantum and artificial intelligence. And speaking of which, I understand it goes without saying that no technology holds more promise, also and more peril to jobs, our economy, to our way of life than artificial intelligence. Bottom line is the tech genie's out of the bottle. The question is not whether change is happening, it is. The question is, what values will guide us into this new frontier? And that's a question you're answering